Yes, okay.
Uh, Good morning, everybody. Hello, Anjali. So today is another Sunday, and today is maybe many people join later, but welcome to this free listening session from Talk to Big Ears. So over to you, Anjali. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Anuradha. It is always such a pleasure to meet on Sunday morning, and it is so lovely to just chat about things because, like everybody must be experiencing it, there are not too many people that you can sit and just talk to, and there are not too many comfortable platforms where you can just share and talk about anything that's troubling you or just learn from each other. So I think it is a wonderful thing that we keep doing. And there will be a time when there will be so many more people who want to share on this platform. But we are here always to listen and to share and to hear you. So thank you so much, Anuradha, for this. And today I was thinking of talking about Anu, how important it is to learn a new skill as we grow older, it is so important that we have to understand our comfort zones and try and shake ourselves out of it. Because only then do we learn and do we understand that there is so much more, and we start looking at things a little differently. Otherwise, that whole cycle just keeps repeating. And the day we decide to upskill ourselves, the day we decide to kind of exercise our brains and do something different, it changes a lot of perspectives. I'll give you a small example. It is also very interesting to if you go for a walk every morning, if you keep changing your route every day, if you keep changing your route every day, your mind does not stick to that same system always. It is also very important sometimes to change your phone, the pictures on your phone and everything, so that you don't kind of get stuck in that system. Good morning, Rima. Welcome. So we meet every Sunday morning at 11, and we just talk about things. And today we thought of talking about learning new skills as we go along, and not to be too comfortable in our comfort zones. We should
Thank
realize
you.
when we are getting stagnated, and we should just break away from it and learn new things. Sorry, you were saying
Great.
something.
I'm saying great. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So, I would just like to give you a little example again, that when we go to the same park through the same route every morning for a walk, it is we are not using our mind as much. So it kind of becomes a habit. And the reason of creating a habit also is that we stop thinking creatively while doing that. So our mind is kind of becoming too relaxed and lazy and not ready to accept the new. But when we look at new avenues, we change the park we go to, we think of picking up a new skill, we think of learning a new instrument. It is a completely different ball game. I would again like to share this thing also with you. So I 99% of the times I talk through experience. Whatever I've experienced myself, I want to share it with everybody. So a friend of mine from school, her son has been playing the handpan. I don't know if you've heard of it. So that handpan is like it's a huge kind of a ball, a spherical ball, and it has little dents on it, where when you hit it, it comes up with a different sound. And this is an instrument that they use for healing, they use for uh, just getting people together, and they play this, and it's a very, yeah, exactly, that's a handpan. And it kind of just heals, because sound is a healing medium. So you can just learn to play it, and it kind of soothes you down and it heals you. So I decided to go ahead with it. And since percussion instruments I enjoy listening to, I thought I could also do this. So I've been reading about it, and very soon I hope to start my first lesson. And this was the same adventurous spirit which took me to take up music lessons, because it is very, very difficult for me to sing. But I have been pretty persistent at it, and maybe one day I will. So, but the point is that, we have to keep upskilling ourselves. We have to keep changing our environment a little bit so that we don't get too comfortable in it. That is the only way we move ahead in life. And that is the only way we get to experience life more. And life is all about experiences. If we kind of close ourselves, we forget about the adventures of life, we stop growing. Our growth stops completely. So it is very important that we keep pushing ourselves, and we are aware of the fact that we are getting too comfortable in this area, and we need to break free and do something different, or do something differently other than how you've been doing it up till now. So it is, I just thought we'll talk about it, because I also did a speed reading session. Okay. So in that speed reading session, we've been getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we've been doing this lesson for about an hour, where this person has been teaching us about how to read fast and how to train your brain to help you memorize better, understand better, and keep your speed nice and fast. So, having said and shared all of this with you, I just wanted to tell you that yes, sometimes it's a strain. Yes, it's a big fight. It is a big challenge. Whether we can do it, we can't do it. There are days when you don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, it just makes you feel a little more in the zone. It makes you feel that you've done something for yourself. And this is the kind of upskilling that somewhere will also take you ahead. Hi, Dharani. Welcome to you. We've been talking about, breaking the shackles of our um, comfort zones and trying to learn new skills to become better and to experience life in a different way, which helps us grow in very many areas, spheres, and how we don't have to stop learning in life. The day you stop learning, that's the day you become redundant. So a person I recently met, I also have to share this with you. I met Dr. Karan Singh at a book launch, and I had seen a little episode on YouTube. It is a conversation between Shri M and Dr. Karan Singh. And I had really enjoyed listening to that conversation between them on the Vedanta and the Shivaism. And I had heard it, I think, maybe a year ago, but I saw Dr. Karan Singh and I mentioned this to him. And you would be surprised that gentleman today is 94 years old. He is learning AI. And the minute I told him this, he asked me, he says, I don't remember. Could you please refresh my memory? What was it all about? And I gave him a little cue, and then he called his staff member and said, please note this down. I have to go back home and I have to hear this, because I've forgotten what it was all about. And if this lady is saying that she enjoyed it, I'm sure there must be something for me to learn more from it. Can you imagine? This guy is 94 years old, and it was his own conversation with Shri M. And he doesn't mind accepting the fact that he's forgotten and there's something new he can learn from that conversation. He wants to go and see it again. And he has someone who's coming in who teaches him artificial intelligence and how to use it. I thought it was such a big learning. This attitude and this, he doesn't need to do anything. But at 94, he still is so eager to learn. Welcome, Geeta ji. And we are talking about breaking the shackles and learning new skills to upskill ourselves and for new experiences in life. And also, this episode, my conversation with Dr. Karan Singh left such an impact with me that We at the age of 55, 56, 42, even the children today at 30, they say, oh, we are getting old. Oh, I'm having a senior moment. Excuse me. Senior moment? I mean, it's okay if a 90-year-old says it, but that 90-year-old is also not ready to accept. He feels so much younger when he keeps learning, and he's learning new things all the time. He's evolving. He's breaking the boundaries and getting to know himself better. I know someone who at the age of what 65, that lady went and did parasailing and paragliding because she wanted to gift it to herself. She says, I'm 65 years old, my children are all settled, everything is done. Now I want to experience the thrill of flying in the air without anything. So she went and she did it. It took her 7 days, of course, to prepare herself mentally. She went to Beer. She stayed with all the youngsters over there. And it took her about 7 days to come up to that level, and would go every morning to try it, but come back because she was a little scared. And then the next day, when she had to leave, one day before that, she said, enough. Kya hoga zyada se zyada? Let me just give it a shot. And she went and she did paragliding at the age of 65. And she was a changed person after that because there are no regrets. Point number one, you don't want to die with regrets in your life. You want to do everything that you wish to do. And according to Osho, he used to say, जो भोगी होते हैं वो ही योगी बनते हैं. So until and unless you've not experienced everything and haven't done all that you wish to do, that you have planned to do, you cannot reach that level or stage where you can be satisfied and say, okay, there, I've lived a good life. And you want to say that at the end of your life. So just go out there and do what you feel like doing and learn new things and meet new people. Why not? Why not? You should have the confidence of learning from everybody you meet. You can even learn from an animal. You learn from a plant. You learn from a stranger. You learn from a chowkidar. You learn from everybody. You learn from every book. That's why they say you have to pick up the kind of shows you watch, the kind of content you're consuming, the kind of books you read, the company you keep, because that is what influences you as a person. So if you have, like I have a lot of old friends, okay? A lot of aunties who are in their 70s, some of them are in their 80s. I have a whole lot of those people around me also. And I have to be a little careful that I don't slide with them. But you will be happy to know that they are all by, I mean, physically, they might be their chronological ages, but mentally and in their thought process, they are probably younger than me. They are always game to go out. They are always ready to try new things. They are always ready to have fun, to travel. So, and with each travel, you learn so much. If you travel alone, you learn even more. So, this is something that I had experienced in the last few days, and it really helped me to open up and to even challenge myself. It was such a big challenge to get up at 5 in the morning and sit all attentive and attend a session, not for one day, but for an entire week. And I used to be very tired socially also. I was very tight this whole week, but I said it has to be done. It has to be done, period. And each and every one of us can do it. And each and every one of us can experience this. To go out with a different set of people, to do things that you've never done before, to read a book which you thought you would never read, to go out and have a coffee alone, go and interact with somebody who you've never met before, go and spend some time in an orphanage, go and spend some time in an old age home. I mean, anything, something that you've not done on a regular basis. And it just completely changes your perspective. So, would anybody like to add to that? I just thought I really had to share these couple of experiences with you. And then what Dr. Karan Singh, I mean, what a towering personality he is, and he doesn't want to be known as royalty. That's also very interesting. He says, "I want to be known as Dr. Karan Singh, not His Highness, because His Highness came to me at birth. But I want people to know the effort I've put into myself. I've done my PhD. He says, मैंने इतनी पढ़ाई करी, इतनी मेहनत करी मैंने for my PhD, so I would rather be known as Dr. Karan Singh and not as His Highness." So all of us also need to give ourselves some titles. What is it that we want to give ourselves? Can we just do this little exercise? In fact, I would also share something with you. You know, I was looking at these pictures the other day, and there were these three animals of prey. There was a tiger, and there was um, an owl, and a fox. Okay, and all of them had their eyes right here, over here in the front. And then there was a frog, and there was a bird, and there was a what was it? A squirrel. They had their eyes on the sides because they were the ones who were preyed. So they were the ones who had to hide and save themselves. That's where their eyes were on the sides. But these animals who actually prey, they had their eyes right here. So when we do this, let's do this little exercise, okay? Just take your fingers and you do this. So if we have the vision of a tiger, they all look like this, okay? They are so focused and only look ahead. They don't look on the sides. They know what they have to do, they know where they have to go, and they know who they are chasing. So it is all focused. And now, if we do this, see, this is when we are looking here, and this, just exchange the hands. And you look on the sides, then you can't see in front. You will see only on the sides because you have to keep yourself safe. So you have to make sure that nobody's coming from all these sides to eat me up. So we actually have our eyes here, don't we? It is for the focus. It is to see where we are going. It is to pay attention to where we are going and not be distracted. And what do? 90% of the times we are distracted because we are trying to do our habitual things along with what we need to do and along with what we have to do. So we are all scattered and everywhere. Did everybody follow this little thought that I had? Because it is important for us to realize and use this conversation to express and explain how our minds work. And if we give ourselves this opportunity to learn new things, you will be surprised the amount of mental exercise and the amount of exercise this little brain of ours does and wakes up suddenly and then consumes so much more and performs so much better. So, well, this is just a thought I wanted to share. And if anybody wants to add to that, or if anybody would like to share some experience, please.
Sure. Anybody can unmute and speak. Whosoever wants to go. It's about learning, relearning, unlearning. This Sunday, we are talking about our.
I would like to share.
Sure, Geeta ji.
हाँ जी, लाइक आपके साथ मैं दूसरे फोरम में या दूसरे उसमें भागवत पुराण वो सुन रही हूँ। तो मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि जब मैं ऑफिस में काम करती थी तो हमारे तो आईटी में बहुत फास्ट डेवलपमेंट होता है, नए नए इनोवेशंस और वो सब। तो मेरा वे ऑफ लर्निंग ही यही था कि जो भी मेरे पास स्ट्रेंजर्स आते थे या कोई भी मिलने आता था, उनसे इंटरेक्ट करना और उनसे लर्निंग करते रहना। क्योंकि कई बार आपको इतना टाइम रियली नहीं मिलता है कि आप ऑफिस में इतना टाइम और एक्सटेंडेड टाइम बिता कर आए हो और फिर बैठ के आप कोई बुक पढ़े, क्योंकि आपको हाउस होल्ड थिंग्स भी देखनी होती हैं। तो दैट वाज माय वे ऑफ इंटरेक्टिंग विद पीपल एंड लर्निंग फ्रॉम देम। तो अभी जैसे मैं पार्क उस टाइम में इतना नहीं जा पाती थी, तो अब मैं क्योंकि रिटायर हो गई हूँ तो पार्क जाती हूँ। तो मैं वहां देखती हूँ कि किन से मैं बातचीत कर सकती हूँ। आई एम न्यू टू गुड़गांव, और मैं जनरली किसी से भी आउट ऑफ वे जाके हाय हेलो करके फिर उनके उनसे बातचीत करती हूँ, चाहे वो यंगस्टर्स हों या मिडिल एज के हों और ओल्ड एज के हों। यहाँ पे जनरली मैंने देखा है, जिस एरिया गुड़गांव में मैं रहती हूँ वहां पे सब लोग एक तो रास्ते में चलते एक दूसरे को राम राम जी बोलते हुए जाते हैं। तो वो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि विश करते हैं, इतना जानते हो कि नहीं जानते हो लेकिन विश करके जाते हैं, राम राम जी, नमस्ते, ऐसे करके जाते हैं। तो जैसे मुझे कुछ रिचुअल्स भी नहीं मालूम थे, बीइंग पंजाबी जो यहाँ के आसपास हैं। तो मैं सिर्फ इसलिए जाती थी उनको, उनमें एक तो वो सबको इनवाइट करते हैं, जैसे मोहल्ले में होते हैं, एक एक घर में जाके इनवाइट करके आते हैं कि हमारे घर सुंदरकांड पाठ है या हमारी कुआ पूजन है, आप आइएगा। हर एक को, मतलब टू द एक्सटेंट व्हेन आई केम, वो आके मेरा नाम पूछ रहे हैं और फिर कार्ड पे लिख रहे हैं और फिर मुझे कार्ड दे रहे हैं। तो दिस वाज अ न्यू लर्निंग, क्योंकि मेरे स्टेट लाइफ कैसे होती है वो देखी नहीं थी। तो आई जनरली गो एंड पार्टिसिपेट इन दिस गीत या सुंदरकांड या कुआ पूजन, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर रिचुअल्स, हाउ दे डू इट, व्हाट दे डू। So I'm really trying to learn from that, being in capital all the time in Delhi and different set of people and different way. So I really enjoy learning by interacting with people. Thank you. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much for that sharing, Geeta ji. And yes, like I said, that very correct कि आपके पास पहले कभी टाइम अगर नहीं भी होता, फिर भी आप अगर रोक के लोगों को हेलो बोल दो। इनफैक्ट अगर आप कभी सैर करने जाते हो, यू सी एवरीबडी सो सीरियस अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग। एटलीस्ट इन दिल्ली यू वॉक आउट, सब इतने सीरियस और इतने टेंशन में सैर करते हैं कि वो सैर का मजा और फायदा भी खत्म हो जाता है। सो इफ यू एक्चुअली होल्ड ऑन टू पीपल एंड से हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग, लाइक यू डू, and you start a conversation, you gradually realize that they also start shedding all that all the stress, और उनको भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है। सब लोग बात करना चाहते हैं, सबका दिल करता है कि उनके पास सुबह कोई दोस्त हो गुड मॉर्निंग करने के लिए। तो इट्स सच अ वंडरफुल एक्सरसाइज आप जो कर रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा। और जाकर उनके घर में अगर आप पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, तो इट्स अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस, इट्स ऑलवेज अ गुड लर्निंग, इट्स ऑलवेज अ गुड लर्निंग। पहले टाइम था, नहीं था, यू वर डूइंग व्हाट यू वर मेंट टू डू एंड यू डिड इट वेरी वेल। अब देर इज सो मच मोर दैट यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम एवरीथिंग एल्स इन योर एनवायरमेंट, और आपका अगर एनवायरमेंट चेंज हुआ है तो इट इज ऑलवेज फॉर द बेटर। एवरीथिंग दैट हैपेंस टू अस इज फॉर द बेटर। जो हो रहा है बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है, जो होगा बहुत अच्छा होगा, जो हुआ उससे भी अच्छा। तो सब इट इज ऑल हैपनिंग फॉर अस, not to us. So life is always for us, and it will take us along as we go, because all these experiences वो हमारे को इधर 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 धक्का मारते रहते हैं, ये ठीक है, ये ठीक नहीं है, and gradually we fall into path and we kind of go ahead with what we have to do. So thank you so much for that sharing, Geeta ji. Keep it up. God bless you. All the best to you. So nice, so nice. And anybody else who'd like to please share?
Thank you, Geeta ji, and thank you, Anjali, for sharing that experiences. Similarly, like for me, it's been like an ongoing journey to know many souls from different parts of India when I interact with them. Like yesterday, some lady was saying that in Chat GPT, I am learning how to do stitching, new designs, new crochet ideas. So, like, and it was I thought that it was only for, in my mind, it was only for, say, posts and Instagram. And then she said, no, I'm doing this. Then maybe somebody is doing for cooking or whatever the interest is. And somebody like Annapurna ji then later said that she is doing for her interest, which is, like preservation and making um, how to use waste. So different things, the new technology also can be used. And I really understand that whatever comes across, it's an like a punch, nudge in different directions. So of course, every day is a new learning, and then continuing with it is also one of the challenge that I face. Like one day I learn, I'll do experiment, but to keep it up is one kind of a discipline, which is like it's on a learning curve for me. Yeah, that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And we have to continue doing it. That is also a key. Absolutely. Hi, Dharani, over to you.
Okay. Hi, I just wanted to thank you for this very nice talk. And also, we also have to perceive it as learning. Otherwise, हमको लगता है कि life is pushing us. So when we change our mindset and we say कि no, it's like we are getting so many experiences and this is what it is, then we can accept it also. Otherwise हमको लगता है कि ये तो हम it's we are like misfortune hai or whatever, but it's not misfortune, it's actually learning, and we have to change our mind to accept it. Yeah. That's
Absolutely. Thank you. And I feel it is also natural. Probably the first instinct is fear and the first instinct of change, because we always, restrict ourselves from accepting change because of fear. कि कुछ भी अगर नया होगा तो पता नहीं वो कैसा होगा. So it's very difficult sometimes for us to break that thought process and get out of it. But it actually keeps pushing you. You do it once and then you start enjoying it. Then you do it another time and you will like it. And then the third, and by the time you've done it 5, 6 times, then you want to try something new. So then that cycle starts. And once that cycle starts, the learning starts, life becomes interesting. And there is so much there. There is so much out there. There is one we all need to make a bucket list actually on all the things that we want to do, all the things that we want to learn, all the things, all the places that we want to visit. We must have a bucket list. It keeps you going, and if it can also give you ideas on how to reach that. How can you do this if you have a bucket list in front of you? Like I said, this is the focus and not this. So we have to make the path and walk on it and consistently walk on it and keep try and have a bird's eye view to see all those arterial roads on the way. There are so many more ways to that, so you should keep experimenting, keep experiencing new people, new things, new cuisines, new places. It will keep you alive. It will keep you alive. There is somebody who had said, what do you think about uh, fasting? Okay. So this person who was a very avid, religious person, and he would fast like almost twice, thrice a week. कभी किसी pretext पे, कभी किसी pretext पे, कभी कुछ. So he was talking to a friend of his and he said, what do you think of fasting? मैं तो इतना fast रखता हूँ. So this other guy says, I feel so sorry for you that you fast so much and you restrict yourself from enjoying the goodies that the good Lord has given you to enjoy. There are so many types of fruits, there are so many types of vegetables, so many things you can eat, but you are refraining yourself. Why do you want to do that? You have to live in His grace. If you live in His grace, you have to appreciate everything that there is. And He has given you all of this to enjoy. So do it. Why not? So these are two perspectives. Now, because he started talking about it, he kind of understood this perspective also, but he had been doing this for the last 35 years. So he doesn't know what else exists. But when you start talking, when you start meeting new people, when you pick up new topics to talk about, to learn more, that is when things kind of open up for you. Yeah. So Rima's left. She thought we are going to ask her to share.
Good. Can you, for new people who are coming to the YouTube channel, can you, in like 1 or 2 minutes, introduce Talk to Big Ears, Anjali, all over again?
Yeah. So this is my favorite part. So Talk to Big Ears is an empathetic listening service. And here we are always there to listen to you. You can connect with us and you can share whatever you are going through, because we believe that when you start talking, you start listening to yourselves. And when you start listening to yourselves, you find your own solutions and you become your own friend. So when you are listening to yourself, you are being the most empathetic listener for yourself. So start talking. We are encouraging you to start talking. We are here to listen to you, and everything will be sorted out. You don't have to worry about anything, which just learn these few tricks and learn these few methods how you can feel better and make yourself feel better. This is what Talk to Big Ears is all about.
So thank you. And this is our free Sunday sessions. And you can come join. Last Sunday, one of the participants asked about one of the situations he was going through, and it was a very lively discussion about that. And today it's a different. So every day, every week, sorry, is a different topic on this Sunday. And of course, there is one-to-one personal sessions also at Talk to Big Ears. Those two numbers that you ending with 55 and 44, you can message and get schedule your number. Of course, that's a paid service. So thank you, Anjali, for introducing. Thank you, Dharni, Rima, Geeta ji. Any
Thank you so much, Anuradha. Thank you, Geeta ji, for joining. Thank you, Dharani. And thank you to Rima also, though she left. But thank you so much, all of you. On a Sunday morning, you connected with us. It's such a pleasure to share. And I'm glad that you also are here and you shared. Thank you so much. We learned from each other. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
और महाशिवरात्रि की सभी को शुभकामनाएं.
सबको शुभकामनाएं. Yes.
धन्यवाद.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.
Thanks.